So Mykor is a company started in 2019, and we develop materials and building systems for the construction industry. Growing up in Sicily, I've always been fascinated by the natural world, and I looked into all sorts of different waste streams that could be repurposed, starting with wine, agricultural waste, and all different sorts of feedstock that could be made into new materials. So then I became a researcher here in London, and I started developing new building materials. I started Mykor as a company that was going to make consumer products, products that were going to be made at a high price point, and they were just going to be beautiful to look at. At one point, I had a few construction companies emailing me and being like, "Is your product available for buildings?" And I was like, "Well, no, but are you interested?" So this has kick-started our journey into the construction industry, where we realized it was a bigger problem than we even thought at the beginning, and we design waste into our process at the very, very early stage, where now waste is our raw material essentially. So big key challenges have been regulations for the construction industry, especially building products. They need to go they need to fit into a certain box, let's say, and we need to get UKCA regulatory standards via the BBA, which is the Board of Aggregates. The BBA doesn't have a standard for materials made from waste, so this has been proven to be one of the biggest sort of hurdles for a lot of companies like us. And yeah, another big problem has been accessing funding, because a lot of these startups like mine are based on products that are pre-revenue and that we can't launch unless we get approved for regulation purposes. So it's a very long and drawn out process, so you need funding that will support you with that. So some key successes that we have achieved in the last year have been winning the Young Innovators Award from Innovate UK. This has given us a year of mentorship and support and connections to a lot of research institutions. And then we have started in December, we have started a research project with the University of Hertfordshire, which is ERDF funded, so European funded. And then another key success has actually been putting this product in front of customers and getting like 3 letters of intent and real support in showing that this can be a product that a lot of customers would want and pay for at the price point we have identified. So additional commercial support, kind of like benefits, have been being able to reuse waste that normally is very low value, so we can purchase, obviously the cost of raw materials is increasing, and by using waste as a raw material we're able to really take down that cost and buy it at affordable pricing. The problem is the supply chain. So today we talked a lot about what needs to change in the industry as a whole, the circular economy, kind of like companies, but also kind of like regulations. So what needs to change is definitely more support from governments and big industry stakeholders, and also we need more collaboration across different sectors to understand how somebody else's waste can be a company's gold, and these are all the connections that haven't been mapped out yet, or very few have been, and so that's why there's a lot of resources that are going to waste and not being reutilized. In order to adopt this business model, companies are going to have a lot of integrity and transparency with their customers and supply chain. So it would be really great if all of us could agree on what we want this to look like in terms of policy, and also in terms of how much of our process we show and we share as well, because knowledge in the circular economy is as valuable as raw materials.